I've just emerged from a Michael Singer revival. He's the author of The Untethered Soul and The Surrender Experiment, among other books. In one interview, he answered a question I've long been baffled by. They say every problem we have is a result of feeling separated from Source, from God. We do not believe or feel or operate from our true divine self. We are taken over by our fear-based ego self. Early on in studying A Course in Miracles, it said we chose to separate from God. I was indignant. I never chose any such thing. Needless to say, I became painfully aware that operating in the world from fear and ego, like almost everyone else, almost all of the time, is indeed our individual and collective choice. But how did I choose that? Michael explained it like this. When our soul is connected to the body before birth, it's luxuriating in the knowledge that we are one with God and all creation, and we're bathed in warm, comfy, quiet bliss in our mother's womb. But at birth, oh my gosh, such a trauma, a painful, loud, sensory overload delivery into human life. It's like we have amnesia, total confusion and disorientation, and complete loss of remembering anything other than needing to make sense of this alien experience that has now claimed all my attention. So I start to learn, this is my mommy, this is my daddy, this is my crib, my food, my toys. This is how I have to act to get approval. I soak in the views of all my caretakers. This is my whole world now, my new identity. When someone took my toy away, what happened? They weren't taking a thing, they were taking a part of me. That's what identity is. It's what I think I am. Then we start to define ourselves, who I am, by my experiences. Michael gave such a great example. Let's say I got to play Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz in 3rd grade to great applause and accolades, made a big impression on me. At my 15th high school reunion, someone was saying they played Dorothy in 3rd grade. I was incensed. I was the one who played Dorothy. 25 years later, I will fight for my right to have been Dorothy. I started my part-time office manager job at the church 6 years ago when I moved to the Midwest. I was embarrassed to tell anyone that's what I did. I no longer had an impressive job title like I did in my career days. No one here would even know I was capable of more important stuff. Never mind that I had no desire to go do that anymore, and I hadn't done it in 10 years. We create a self-concept out of our roles. You might think, I am a loving mother of successful children. I am an accomplished professional or creative, a capable wife who maintains a harmonious home. I always look stylish. I'm a highly intelligent person. We identify with these roles and experiences. We think they are us, but they're just ideas, a facade we pulled on that completely blocked out our divine self, who we are at our core, and lost touch of long ago. We did it to orient ourselves to this world and to shape the world to fit our definition of what it is. As long as my family is happy and successful, I'm good. But change happens constantly. What if someone leaves or dies? Now I'm not okay. If the right candidate wins, I'm okay. If the wrong candidate wins, I'm not okay. I need the world to be the way I think it is. Hence our rigid views of what's acceptable and unacceptable. You have to look, behave, and believe according to my experience. My way is the only correct way, because those are the behaviors and beliefs I adopted to help make sense of the world and keep me safe, supposedly. But there's an underlying fear. As long as we can keep our world aligned just how it needs to be, according to us, we're good. See, we're all control freaks. Spirituality is about working past the panic and disturbance that rises up with every offending upset that appears 100 times a day when the world doesn't behave as we insist it should. Spirituality is uncovering our true divine self so that we're okay in here regardless of what's happening out there. Tune in next week to learn how it's done. Thank you, Michael Singer, for explaining how, yes, I did choose to separate from the divine. It was totally understandable and even unavoidable. Our souls chose to be here in this dimension of learning from the ego, so that ultimately we will shine that divine.